If you were to tell me that at the end of 2023 I would actually be somewhat excited to check out World of Warcraft Classic, I would tell you that you're completely out of your mind. That's 100% never going to happen. But there is something about Season of Discovery that I must admit definitely calls to me. Now, those of you that, have been around my content for quite some time, you'll be aware of the fact that I am someone who constantly talks about the joy of discovery, experiencing something completely fresh in a video game, experiencing something new, and trying to find things that not everybody knows about. This is one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of things like PTRs or anything of that nature, because fundamentally what ends up happening in most PTRs when it comes to World of Warcraft is that the game is solved by the time it actually gets to the hands of its players. Now, I must admit, Blizzard does appear to be taking some strides to prevent that from happening. As to whether or not that is going to be enough, I honestly just don't know. But this has definitely piqued my curiosity enough to the point where, okay, fine. I'll pay the $15 for 1 month to see what Season of Discovery is all about. Now, for those of you that are not aware what Season of Discovery is, which interestingly enough, there's actually quite a few people that are still not aware because I get asked often. But then again, there's a lot of people that aren't playing World of Warcraft, and particularly among the people that follow my content, some of you will not even be aware of the fact that at a certain time in my life, I played World of Warcraft to the exclusion of everything else. And nostalgia is indeed a very harsh mistress. So there's a new video out in the official World of Warcraft channel, which is called What's New in WoW Classic Season of Discovery. I'm going to be watching that video. Hopefully it doesn't have too many spoilers, but I also wanted to put up a video so that you guys are aware of the fact that I'm going to be streaming on Twitch later today when Classic Season of Discovery launches, which is 9 p.m. GMT. Convert that to whatever your local time is. I think it's 1 p.m. PST, give or take. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. But, what is Season of Discovery? For those of you that don't know. This is World of Warcraft Classic. That means no Burning Crusade, no Wrath of the Lich King, just a vanilla version of World of Warcraft with some changes. So they've added these runes that you can find. Sorry, Twitch alerts are still up. They've added these runes that you can find in the game that allow you to kind of further customize your character in ways that were not really possible in Classic. Now, this is in a way exciting. In another way, it can be somewhat daunting for players that long for the Classic experience because it is going to be different. But for me, this was the one thing that would bring me back to Classic because I played Vanilla back in the day and I wasn't interested in reliving the Vanilla days. But if things are different and they're bringing new content, such as a raid that is going to be available at level 25, and by the way, your level actually caps at 25, which is something that is achievable for me without having to go full degenerate mode to get to level 60. Because, having a family makes it hard for you to just go ahead and go full degen mode nonstop, right? So the level cap, as well as them adding these runes that are going to be hidden throughout the game, is somewhat exciting. Unfortunately, I should also say that I believe that this is only going to be exciting for potentially the first week, because the way in which the World of Warcraft community consumes content as a whole is usually they gorge themselves on all of the data mining information that goes out there, which completely spoils a lot of the joy of discovery. I'm hoping that potentially part of the community will, entertain the spirit of discovery and not just download 50 different add-ons that tell you exactly where every single friggin' rune is with all of the solutions to every single puzzle that you could possibly want to find and, all of that stuff. I'm hoping that part of the community would not play World of Warcraft with Wowhead on their second monitor. I understand that's a naive hope and that most likely that is not going to happen. It's just something that is frustrating for me because the theme of it is you discovering things, but people nowadays have this mentality. It's like, I don't have time to waste looking for things in the game. You don't have time to waste to play the game. Why play the game? Why? It's like, in a way, video games, they're kind of like puzzles. Solving the puzzle is part of the fun. If you have if your puzzle is numbered and it tells you, oh, you know, here you go. This is part 1. This is part number 2, part number 3. All you do is just find numbers and glue them all together. Is that part of solving the puzzle really that much fun? I don't know. I don't want to intrude on the way that people want to enjoy the game. I just hope that part of the community entertains the theme of this, you know, season of World of Warcraft Classic. But either way, I'll be streaming it pretty casual, pretty chill over on Twitch. But for now, let's check out the video.
The drums of war sound again, and the newest experience being added to Classic WoW is the Season of Discovery. A familiar yet different Classic experience which focuses on exploration, open world activities, and wild, never-before-seen player progression with unique gameplay. I'm Platinum WoW, and let's uncover all of the cool new features in this unique Classic experience. First, let's start with the discovery aspect of the season. All around Azeroth, we see our favorite locations, monsters, quests, loot, and experiences, but with some unique twists, like hidden areas, never-before-seen quests, and new monsters.
So there's new quests in the game and new monsters.
Hidden amongst these little discoveries, you might find the Season of Discovery's most exciting feature: runes. Runes are items that you can engrave on your armor, which kind of work like a secondary enchantment.
So one of the things that runes are going to be able to do is rogues, for those of you that aren't aware, that is, because this has already been announced by Blizzard during BlizzCon, rogues are going to be able to tank. So they're going to be able to fulfill the tanking role. Mages are going to be able to heal. Warlocks are going to be able to tank. So there's quite a few differences in the game, even though I'm still considering just playing Protection Warrior because that's my jam. But it's interesting to see all of these different things that they're putting on the game.
These runes can provide active or passive abilities from future expansions or entirely new ones that can change the place.
Bro, Hardened Defender better not be the friggin' Wrath of the Lich King version, dude. That thing was broken. The original Wrath of the Lich King version of Hardened Defender was basically like, every 2 minutes, you cannot die. This is passive. You just don't die. It's like, wait a minute.
Style of your class. Some examples include Paladins with Avenger's Shield.
Oh, that was Avenger's Shield. I didn't recognize it because of the camera angle. Huh, interesting.
Priest summoning an army of void minions, or totally role-defining rune.
There it is, the warlock with tanking stuff. You're gonna become Illidan. It's interesting seeing Metamorphosis making this type of a comeback.
Like warlocks, shamans, and rogues now being able to tank, or mages being able to heal with time magic. Another core feature of the Season of Discovery is level-banded content. When the servers are first released, all players...
Oh, they actually tell you what the bands are going to be. So at the beginning, it's going to be level 25. Then it's going to get raised to 40. I think that 25 to 40 is going to be a bit rougher than just 25. Hopefully, there will be more activities and the quests are a little bit more streamlined. And I know the people who are Classic purists are going to be like, you're not really looking for the Classic experience. And you're right. I'm not. There's a reason I didn't play World of Warcraft Classic. I didn't want to. I've played it before. I'm expecting Season of Discovery questing to be a little bit more streamlined as opposed to some of the stuff that I've seen people do in Classic. It's like, no, dude, not today, thank you. But yeah, we go 25 and then it goes up to 40, then it goes up to 50, and then it goes up to 60.
Players will have a max level of 25, and then over time, it will be raised to 40, then 50, and finally 60.
Strength and honor.
The unique thing about this is that for each level bracket, there will be new, never-before-seen endgame content that players can participate in. For level 25, the Black Fathom Deeps dungeon will be transformed into a 10-player raid, with new bosses, mechanics, and loot.
Taboo! Bro, I wish they would just say you can't use deadly boss mods in this raid. Probably not going to happen, but it'd be so good if that was the case. I would like to see, because like, I think this would be an opportunity for Blizzard to really just explore what they can do in a raid where, you know, in a time where add-ons weren't as prevalent, right? Because during vanilla, add-ons weren't as prevalent as they are now. So just imagine if they actually enforce something or do something in the game, because you know they can screw with the API to prevent data from being sent to these add-ons. So imagine if they actually did something and then they actually started doing raids from the ground up where they communicate everything properly, and you don't actually need an add-on. Like looking at the boss's animations and looking at the, you know, markers they put on the ground, the swirlies and all that stuff is enough for you to go through the raid. And that is just such a better experience for everybody involved. One can dream, right? One can dream. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about that.
Each level bracket will have a new raid and are aimed to be approachable to most players, but interesting enough to provide a challenge with a difficulty akin to the original raids of Classic WoW. But when you're traveling to the new Black Fathom Deeps raid, be careful, as the contested zone of Ashenvale is now rife with conflict. Another new feature is Battle for Ashenvale. This new feature transforms the zone into a world PvP hotspot, where Horde and Alliance players will battle over territory.
I wonder if, I haven't checked if there's going to be PvE and PvP servers, because like I'm not sure if I would want to jump into a PvP server because time constraints and whatnot. I kind of want to though. I think it'd be fun, but I'm going to be playing Protection, so I don't know how effective that is in PvP and Classic.
And defeat enemy War Masters and
Warrior.
leaders in something similar to Alterac Valley. With this event, you can earn reputation with the Silverwing Sentinels or the Warsong Outriders, and obtain new rewards like
Why is that orc so big? Just joking.
mounts that can only be ridden in Ashenvale, new helms, and weapons. This is just a brief summary of the content being introduced in the Season of Discovery, and there will be so much more to explore within the future phases of these seasonal servers. Altogether, this experience is about Azeroth being the main character. It's about exploring undiscovered lands, creating unique builds for your character,
Hopefully implementing cut content, that'd be legit.
the enemy faction and world PvP events, and delving into new raids with your guildmates. Now is the perfect time to return to the world of Azeroth and explore the familiar yet different lands in the Season of Discovery.
Live November 30th. That's a pretty good video. I'm interested, like I said. We will see how it pans out. I am very curious to see what Blizzard is changing to World of Warcraft Classic to make Season of Discovery something interesting, something that actually incentivizes exploration. And I'm hoping that, you know, websites and add-ons would actually be considerate and at least for the first couple of weeks allow people to organically discover things, because that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Instead of just looking up everything on a website, actually playing World of Warcraft fresh, like it's completely new. God damn. Anyway, we'll see how things work out. I'll be on Twitch by the time this releases, so if you're curious, hop on by, come hang out. I'm going to be playing in Europe. I'd be down to join a guild, but I'm definitely not down to manage it. But yeah, we'll see how things pan out. That is going to be it for now. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe, bell notification icon, all of that jazz. I'll see you guys over on Twitch, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, whatever. Stay strong, stay safe. Peace out.